everybody, it's Nate from BanDam again. We have another amp review for you. Today we've got the Mesa Boogie Mark V 25 head. It's a EL84 based head from Mesa Boogie. Has two channels, a clean channel, a drive channel. Each channel has 3 modes. So what we're going to do today, we're going to go ahead and set everything up and take it through each channel, kind of show you what the different modes sound like, just to give you an example of what it's capable of. It's a really versatile, really awesome amp. It sounds great. It's got a lot of versatility. You can use it for a lot of different things. Mesa Boogie is typically known for their more drivey, kind of heavier sounds, which we'll get to in a little bit. But we're going to start out with the clean channel and go through that and just kind of show you that it can not only do dry, but it can also do some pretty respectable clean stuff too. So we'll go ahead and take her for a spin here. Let me get everything warmed up, and we'll go ahead and take a look at what she sounds like. We'll start out with a Strat. We've got a just regular American Strat, so we'll go with that first, and here we are. It's got pretty respectable clean tones. It might not be like a Fender Deluxe Reverb or like one of the old, Fender Twin amps or anything. Still sounds pretty good though. It sounds nice and clean. Has some nice body to it. Sounds even better in person. It sounds okay through the mics and everything we have. But let's go ahead and let's get the telly out and see how it sounds for some more twangy country type of stuff. Let me get the telly here. Yeah, I found this kind of corny like little backing track thing on YouTube, so I went ahead and took a couple bars off of that. So we'll just improv a little bit here, just kind of get a little bit idea of what the twang sounds like. Here we go. Alright, so that was the fat mode of the clean channel. So we've gone through the first 2 modes here. Let's flip it on over to the very last mode of the clean channel, which is the crunch mode. Has kind of like a Marshall-y, kind of like a classic rock type of feel to it. It's a pretty good bridge between the more high gain tones of the drive channel and the really super clean stuff. So let's turn on the crunch mode here and take a little blues thing for a spin and see how this sounds. There we go. Kind of sloppy playing there. Sorry about that, but that gives you a pretty good idea what it sounds like. So let's just do a couple chords with the crunch mode just to see how it can do pretty cool rhythm stuff too. So here's a few chords. And there we have it. There's a few little demos from the clean channel there. Now, usually I would go through and kind of tweak all the various EQs and kind of give you an idea of what each what each mode sounds like with some different stuff on it. But this amp is really, really EQ responsive, so changing it even very slightly can have a huge difference on the tone. So I just went ahead and just picked out a few different ones that I thought were pretty good examples. To go through all the tones this thing has to offer would take just hours and hours, so I went ahead and just saved everyone some time and just picked out a few little samples there. Let's switch it on over to the drive channel on the Mark II C+ mode. That was the Mark II C+ mode of the drive channel. Had the gain at about 9 o'clock, but that's a pretty low gain. Let's go ahead and turn the gain up to about 11 o'clock or 12, and we'll turn on the EQ that's on board the amp also. So we'll scoop out the mids and try to get that kind of like a like late 80s, early 90s, like Metallica kind of tone to it. So EQ is going to be on for this one. We'll go ahead and crank up the gain a little bit, and we'll see how it sounds. That is really loud and really awesome. I love the way that sounds when you scoop out the mids like that. But let's go ahead and just move right on to the Mark IV mode of the drive channel. So we'll turn that EQ back off. So we'll just go back to the regular onboard, non-EQ part there. So let's turn the Mark IV mode on, and we'll see how this sounds too. It's got a really nice kind of mid-rangey body to it. I really like that mode. It sounds really good. It's really good for lead stuff too. I haven't done a whole lot of lead stuff on this one, but it does sound good for lead stuff too. You can take my word for it on that. Let's switch it on to the last mode, the extreme mode. We'll tune down to D with the Les Paul and see how some more metal type stuff sounds with the extreme mode. As the name would imply, there's some pretty extreme drive on tap for that mode. So now that we've kind of gone through all the overdrive modes, let's just flip it on back to the clean channel, just regular clean for the Les Paul, and just end up with seeing how few clean chords sound on the humbuckers. All right, so that was it. So that's the kind of the last section there. We went ahead and played a few chords and a little bit of lead stuff on the Les Paul on the clean side of it also. So I hope you guys kind of like the sound demos that we had. This is really just to kind of give you some examples of what some of the different modes sound like. Because like I said earlier, this amp is so EQ sensitive, you can get just a massive, almost unlimited array of tones out of it. So to go through all of them would just take forever. It's a really cool amp to kind of sit down and explore with if you have the time. But we went ahead and picked out just some of the examples of just how versatile it is. So we kind of went through some hard rock stuff, country, kind of some more bluesy type stuff. So it really covers a lot of ground. One nice thing about this amp also is that it's very well built. It's made in the USA, and it's also very light. So when you're taking it to and from gigs, it's not one of those amps that feels like it's going to break your back. So it's really cool that way too. The last feature that we didn't really get to touch on very much today, but is a really cool feature to check out, is on the back side of the amp. There's what's called the Cab Clone DI, and it's the XLR port. It's actually a DI direct out, so you can take an XLR and plug the head straight into like a board or like a recording console or like a like audio interface. So what you can do with that is you can record with it silently. You can also put it right into your mixing board live. So if you're playing in a small show and you don't want to worry about dragging out a speaker cabinet or worrying about drowning out your bandmates or whatever with the volume, you can just plug it right into the DI section there, and it'll actually allow you to get some pretty good tones right through the PA speaker. So that's a pretty neat feature too. The guys at Mesa Boogie did a great job with this one, so definitely give them 5 out of 5. So I hope you guys enjoyed and found this video to be helpful. So be sure to like, subscribe, leave some comments, and we'll see you next time.